Hi, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Today I wanted to show you how to use a tool called a layer mask in Photoshop. The learning objectives for this tutorial are that you will create a layer mask in Photoshop, silhouette part of an image by using the paintbrush and eraser tools with the layer mask, and use the magic wand and lasso tools to edit the layer mask. This is really useful when you want to silhouette a shape. So something like the flower in this picture, or it could be anything. It could be a person or a building, something where you want to isolate the shape and put it against a different background, or just delete the background and have text wrap around the shape. So before I create a mask, I just want to draw attention to the basic selection tools here at the top of the toolbar. This tutorial assumes that you already know how to use them, but I will quickly point out the ones that we will use. These are the lasso tools. There is a freeform lasso and a polygonal lasso. And then here we have the magic wand tool, which selects areas that are of a similar color. So I will show you how to use these as we go. So let's go over here to the panel area. You can see a little button that looks like a dark circle in a white rectangle. It says Add Layer Mask. So click that, and you will see the mask appear right here. A layer mask is basically like a sheet of paper on top of your image, and you can cut parts of it away to reveal the image or undo these changes as much as you want. The nice thing about using a layer mask is that you can use the brush and the eraser tools to create a very detailed, refined selection. So to demonstrate, I'm going to click the brush here. As with any time that you use a brush in Photoshop, you can adjust the size and you can adjust the hardness. So whether it has a soft edge or a hard edge, I usually leave it as a hard edge. And then for the size, there's another tool. Actually, it's a keyboard shortcut. It's the square brackets on your keyboard. The right bracket makes your brush bigger, and the left square bracket makes your brush smaller. So I can change it on the fly. If I want to get into a little tight area, I can make it really small. Go like that. So I'm basically drawing with the brush and editing the mask as I go. Or if I'm in an area where I want to have a bigger size brush, I can go like that. And there I am. So let's say my hand is a little bit shaky, I had too much coffee, and I go over the pedal a little bit. It's not a problem. You can go over to the eraser and then use that the same way, and there I have my pedal back. So another very useful keyboard shortcut is E for eraser and B for brush, so you can go back and forth and really get this the way you want it. Now you can also mix this with your selection tools. So if I click the magic wand here, I will try to get some of these green areas out. It's not going to work too well because there's so much variation in the color, but I can try. With any selection tool, if you hold down Shift, you see a little plus sign right next to the tool. That means I'm adding to my selection. So I'll go around and click a little bit more. Now if I hold down either Alt or Option, depending whether you have a PC or a Mac, and then delete, I get rid of that, and I've edited my layer mask based on the selection. Now the other really important keyboard shortcut, and I know that I'm giving you a lot of keyboard shortcuts, but they're very, very useful. This is Control or Command D to deselect. So if I want to get rid of a big area, the polygon lasso tool is really useful. So I will select that over here. And this one you click and drag, and it creates a selection with straight line segments. So there I have that. It's pretty rough. And then I get rid of that area of the mask. So I know this is a little bit tedious, but it's actually better than doing it with just the selection tools, because you don't have to worry about messing up and deleting something by accident or having to redo your selection, because the original flower is still there. if I go over here and I disable the layer mask, you can see that the flower is there, and then I can re-enable the layer mask. So I prepared a finished version of this file here so that you can see what it looks like. Now if I put a new layer behind the flower and I change the color, you can see that it's very pretty. It stands out nicely against that dark blue, and I have made a very detailed silhouette, probably much better quality than if I had only used the selection tools. So that's it for today. I hope that you will try using the layer mask tool. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck with Photoshop.